Hey everyone, Ratty here, and today we're checking out some James Blake with Doesn't Just Happen featuring Dave. So this is actually technically the first time I've ever listened to a James Blake song that I know of. The only thing that I've heard that has him in it as a feature is Feel Away by Slow Tie, and he's a feature on that. And honestly, I couldn't tell you exactly what that song sounds like off the top of my head. I'd have to listen to it again. So this is very much a very new artist for me. And I was thinking, I got my free run shirt, I got my Cyber Rats hat on. What better day is today to listen to some James Blake for the first time? So, yeah, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it.
Yeah, if being a good man was easy, I'd still be me. Cause I do shit the hard way, don't know who's who. My girlfriend hates me deep down, maybe I do too. We used to jack niggas in the morning, cause most man didn't have cash when work's done. This type of dinner have your jawline thinner. Man gonna think you had work done. See a man maintaining, see a man waiting up, see a man complaining. I give her one order, I don't need restraining. None of this shit came easy. Man put my name on the wall, only right, you niggas throw mud at it. Yeah, I got dirty money, but show me a pound or a dollar and it doesn't have blood in it. Left us out in the dark, we sold fiends the light where the end of the tunnel is. Therapy couch like Tony Soprano, Black Viano, hit an artery, stabbed in a major. That's the Carter, cash or card though. I got the country sins on finance. I know we all wanna make it to heaven, but it doesn't just.
Maybe you stopped playing in time somewhere along the line. And everything good, and everything good doesn't just happen. Doesn't just happen.
Alright, let me pause here really quick. So far I like this quite a bit. I haven't heard much from Dave either, so he's also a pretty new artist for me, but I will say, as far as I know, I think I've liked every single song that I've heard from Dave as well, which is only like 2 or 3. And I think it's pretty safe to say we're halfway through the song that I'm liking them on this one as well. What I really liked was, let me pull up the line really quick. Okay, yeah, here it is. Hit an artery, stabbed in a major. That's staccato. Cash or card though. So that line stuck out to me because you get the stabbed in a major. That's staccato. So when you're stabbing a note, like if it, let's say it's on a piano, so you're just hitting it kind of really quickly like a stab, and you just kind of do that, then you get a what's called staccato. So, and at the same time, I will say the production kind of switched over to a staccato-y sound, like right before, maybe a line or two before, which I also thought was a pretty smart move. But yeah, so far I think this is pretty good. It's a very like, despite it being a rap verse on this, it still feels like a very slow, smooth song. It's not doing anything like super insane. I'd say it's staying, I don't know if safe is the right word, but it's not doing anything like explosive. It's not having any like major builds, nothing crazy like that. The closest we get is the riser at the beginning, which I did enjoy. It just past that though, I'd say it's been pretty steady, pretty smooth, which at the same time, to some extent you expect from a rap song like this, except for that it's a bit smoother than other rap songs, I guess would be. I do like the strings that are incorporated in there. They're mixed in really oddly, not in a bad way. Just they have a very unique mix. It's kind of like weirdly, how do I describe that? Let me go back a little bit again. I don't know. It sounds a little bit like, here, I actually got it right here. A stylophone. It sounds like if you took a stylophone, oops, and threw in like a string VST on that thing. I don't know enough about how stylophone, oh, no, that shouldn't work on a stylophone. But if you could do that on a stylophone, which that I'm aware of, I don't think you can. Then I feel like that would be kind of the sound that you get, especially with the vibrato that's on that string. It just really, really gives off that sound. Maybe that's just a me thing. I don't know. But either way, maybe I just got stylophone on the mind. It'd be like that sometimes. I'm gonna start right back up here on this halfway point. That'll give us a smooth transition back to where we were.
You stopped playing in time somewhere along the line, and everything good, and everything good doesn't just happen. Doesn't just happen.
It's like a pin drop or something, or water drop.
Doesn't just happen. Doesn't just happen. Doesn't just happen. Doesn't just
That was a weird. Like, okay, let me explain. So the way that ended, it was almost like a fake out where you thought it was going to be a full fade out, which for those that know me, I'm not a huge fan of fade outs in music, especially really long ones. I feel like it feels like a sloppy way to end a song to me, most of the time. Not every time, but most of the time. So I was like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna like that. But then it actually had that sudden stop during and fade out halfway. That is odd. I don't think I've ever had that happen before in a song that I can think of, where you're starting a fade out and you still stop it suddenly during the fade out. Interesting, to say the least. So as a whole, I have a feeling that this might not have been the best introduction song to James Blake, because it feels more like a Dave song than it does a James Blake song. I could be wrong. I haven't heard it. Obviously, I haven't heard enough of him to really know. But like, if I go to this album, there's a lot of songs without features, so I imagine he has a very distinct sound outside of what this song sounds like, especially considering it's pretty much just the one verse, and then like you get that chorus, but I think it's better to say that's just kind of part of the production, because like you're getting lyrics, but the way that they're mixed and the way that they're being sampled is more like a producer trick rather than a chorus in itself, if that makes any sense. Like when a producer takes vocals and adds them into a mix to actually build production, it feels more like that than like an actual built out chorus. So it really as a whole just feels like production, verse, production, which is an interesting build to a song like this, especially the one verse thing. I will say I was kind of hoping we get something else towards the end, whether it be a short verse, I don't know, literally any other thing other than that chorus a second time around. But again, I don't think that this is the best introductory song to James Blake, just because to me it feels more like a Dave song off rip. So yeah, let me know if there's another James Blake song I should listen to that would be, I guess, more James Blakey, if that makes sense. And again, I could be wrong on that completely. That's just my guess based on how this song played out. Also, I've heard that James Blake is very reminiscent of Bon Iver. Somebody confirm that for me. Is there like songs that he has that sounds more like Bon Iver? Because I really, really, really love Bon Iver. So I've always found that comparison intriguing, and it's one of the many reasons why I've wanted to actually check out James Blake so much. So yeah, if he has a song that's more reminiscent of that, make sure to let me know. And anyways, I'll go ahead and call it there. Just so everybody's aware, on July 31st, I'm releasing a new single on my artist channel, Hypercruise, HYPRCRZ. It's going to be called Feelings to Share Aloud, and it will have a music video, and it will be released on all platforms, except for Roblox, which is an option for a song release. Don't ask me how that works, but I didn't want to put it on there, so it's not there. Everywhere else, though, it'll be there on July 31st. And anyways, Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe. That super helps out the channel. Feel free to leave a comment down below to talk about the song, to talk about me, to talk about what I'm saying, talk about literally anything. And anyways, I will see you later. Bye-bye.
You feel the wind in your hair, driving with the windows down, driving without a care, and you feel it again, a spike in your brain as the world begins to crumble.